Obviously, we didn't play very well tonight. Give Loyola a lot of credit. I thought they played exceptionally well, shot it great. We were very worried about that. We felt like they're a much better shooting team than their stats. And then in watching them on film, it felt like they've been playing better the last week or 10 days. And obviously, we saw that tonight. Thought our team, we just didn't play very well on either end. We've been struggling a little bit defensively. I've talked in a couple post games that, I don't think we've played very well defensively in several of these wins. Penn State and Towson being the two most recent. And that caught up to us. We got behind, I think for the first time all year, we panicked when we got behind. We pressed, we took some quick shots. Obviously, we shot the ball very poorly from three, and just didn't trust each other and trust our offense well enough. We've had some first halves where we kind of feel like we give the guys more freedom a little bit, and for whatever reason, that's not working out as well at times. Again, we had another high turnover first half, but give Loyola kids credit, give their staff credit. I thought they were just very ready. Our kids were excited to play. This is a fun place to play, good environment, but we just didn't play very well, and we got put on our heels, and we didn't respond for the first time, and probably got what we deserved. Questions?
Brad, this is Matt. Just defensively, what do you feel like you have to do? You try different rotations? Do you try different things just to try to get better on that side of the ball, in particular, 3-point defense?
There's just a lot of things. We've had trouble with some individual defense, one-on-one stuff. We're just, and that's hard because there's a little bit of there's got to be some, mental and physical toughness that guys bring. We've gotten, beat up on some of that. There's some ball screen stuff that we're not covering very well. PJ, we got to keep working with him. We haven't figured out our best coverage with him yet. I think we got exposed there a few times. Obviously, rebounding wasn't a big factor tonight, but that's been a factor that has hurt us. And we're not as big, and we have to decide, if that becomes an issue, do we need to be playing bigger at times to maybe help our defense? This was a total team effort though, and loss. And the coaching staff, we didn't do enough to help our guys in preparation or during the game. Our starters did not play very well. And then unfortunately, this is a time when we needed a shot in the arm from our bench, and our bench really wasn't able to help us. I thought RJ gave us some good minutes in the first half, but I don't think our bench played very well. And we probably need a little more quality bench play because a few of our starters are a little bit worn down in certain games. Certain games are harder than others. This was a very physical, tough defensive game that wore you out because Loyola ran their stuff very well, and they ran it long into the shot clock. And so, we were on defense. It felt like the whole time in the first half. And I kept trying to plead with our guys that we're a little out of control. We're playing too fast. We're panicking. We're shooting too quickly. We're not running our offense very well. And because of that, it's like we're always on defense. And so our guys, I thought, got tired. And that was a factor probably in some of our missed field goals and poor decision making.
Just that end of first half situation.
That was a disaster all the way around. Poorly coached, poorly played. Obviously, that took some, wind out of our sails, which was already down, but it really gave them momentum. We had 2 or 3 bad plays in a row right there. We thought we could make a long pass to PJ. Really, they were spread. I thought we could have thrown a long pass down to PJ and had a chance to, he's good enough to catch a ball there and go one-on-one for a dribble or two and get a quality shot. And Hunter threw it out of bounds. And that was not good.
And then offensively, I know you said there were some rush shots and maybe not getting great looks, but how much did you feel like some of it too was just shots not falling? 3 for 21. It is just one of those nights.
Oh yeah, there's a little bit of that. Certainly, there's a little bit of, we had guys have some shots that they normally make that haven't made them, but this is what I've been pleading with our team for the last, really, the better part of a month. In fact, before Towson, I put our offensive efficiency, our defensive efficiency on the board. I put the top 5 or 6 teams in our leagues, offensive and defensive efficiency on the board. Put Towson's up there. Towson's was a little worse than ours, but not drastic. And as a way to tell our guys, you better be ready to play. Towson, they have good numbers. They're a good team. It's not just wins, it's their efficiency numbers. These are real. And that we are playing at a lights out offensive efficiency this year, but our defensive efficiency is behind. And it's not going to be good enough. And we're going to lose games here because we're outscoring people and not defending and getting the number of stops that we need to win games against somebody that's good. And I told them leading into this game that this is going to be a very hard game to play, that Loyola will guard us extremely hard and they will run offense deep into the shot clock. And if we're not mentally and physically we'll make mistakes and we'll have a hard time guarding. And if they make their threes, which they haven't been making, they've had some open ones against teams. It's going to be a tough game. And it proved to be, unfortunately, that's what happened. We got a little bit of what we deserve. We haven't played, as well defensively as we need to. And we've played outstanding offense. And tonight our offense left us and we couldn't win it with our defense. And that's good teams were able to win both ways. We just haven't been able to do that yet very well.
And the last one from me, just getting a week now to rest. I mean, obviously going into it with a bad taste in your mouth, but just getting a week now to rest some guys and try to develop that bench and do some of that kind of stuff. You feel like it comes at a good time?
Yeah, I think so. I hope. I mean, obviously these are hard weeks for the kids, right? There's a lot going on. There's stress with some schoolwork, and we do our Tiger Wonderland community service event on Tuesday night with the women's team. That's really good. And so there's things that are distraction. It's not just we don't just get to do a week of basketball. We got finals to take and papers to do, and things that we got to get done. But I do, we've played so many games, again, like from Wednesday night to then Saturday, another quick one. Like it's been a lot. And what happens is you can't practice on all the things you need to practice because you're constantly game prepping, on game day and on days when our freshmen and bench haven't played as much. The next day in practice, we've done a lot with them. Like they've gotten real working. And I really felt like several of them had good 2 days of practice. That's why I played them in this game. They practiced well. Chauncey Wiggins had maybe 2 of his better days of practice. Josh was better. Dylan was better. I didn't play some of those guys much against Towson because their practices on Monday and Tuesday were not very good. And so, again, they've got to earn the right to get out there, but we need them out there. So we've got to keep working to develop them. And they'll get there. They'll get there. They just, today was a tough night.
Any more questions for Coach? Okay.
Thank you.